Rescued from the U.S. Embassy to Dili by Delta forces stationed at the nearby training grounds of the Timorese Defense Force. All but one of the hostages have been accounted for, though. Continue to voice protest at Japan's formation of an information self-defense force, promising sanctions of both. Responded to General Kellner's announcement of increased U.S. military presence in East Timor with cautious support, justifiably wary of the response from neighboring.
Welcome to Paris. You'll have time for sightseeing later.
Thanks, Lambert.
Grim extracted enough from Saulnier's security systems to trace Mortified Penguin's movements, but we don't know why, what he wants, or who he is.
Is he still inside?
Hard to say. The man's cover is rock solid.
Are you saying he's CIA?
If he is, he's under deeper cover than I've ever seen. We've got intel linking him to at least a dozen French-Syrian terrorists.
As Mortified Penguin?
The email alias is all we've got. It's ridiculous, but that's probably the point. Like the smiley face on a cobra's hood.
What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back. I'm your host, CenterStrain01 to Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. Hard walkthrough, pretty much ghosting.
What?
As much as we can.
I thought you said something.
You're jumpy. Calm down.
How long do you think it'll take them to find the Frenchman?
What do you mean, Frenchman? We're all Frenchmen here.
I mean the Frenchman.
The security guard?
Yeah.
I don't know. You must have found a pretty good hiding place if they still don't have it.
I hope the others don't leave without us.
It's a very interesting little cutscene here, because I love how he says the Frenchman, because they hired, like, American actors or whatever they hired to play French people. So it was pretty hilarious right there. But this section's pretty self-explanatory that you've seen so far. Shouldn't need to explain anything, really. We're going to shoot these two valves here. I've decided to stretch the video because I did a little poll and most people wanted me to stretch. So I've stretched the 4:3 image into a 16:9 so that you guys have a full screen. Now this is because the Xbox version only does 4:3.
Good, you're in. Grimm's daughter suggests first accessing the security terminal on your floor, so she can investigate network activity in the complex.
She can't do it remotely.
No, the important files are off the grid. His case file says the founder was worried about the government stealing his client's files when the apocalypse rolls around.
Paranoia-based security.
That's our mantra.
So this part is, this level is definitely one of the easier levels to get through. This is still a level where you are forced to knock out just 2 soldiers, and that'll be coming up ahead. And as you can see, sometimes the buttons don't always work. Like I wanted to get up against this cover, but it just would not do it, so I had to click other buttons just to see if the buttons were still working.
I can't even
But
find
for the most part, we're going to be able to ghost and stealth by pretty much everyone in this level except 2 main people that we do absolutely have to take out.
Right.
And the reason we have to take them out is because they will destroy the objective, and we don't have enough time to distract them without destroying it and getting it at the same time. So it is a mandatory 2-person knockout in this mission. Other than that, you can get by every other single guard and remain completely ghost.
Search every inch of the auditorium. We never know.
It's not until, like, I don't know, I would say the middle half of this game is when the game really, really starts to get very, very difficult, especially when you're going for that complete stealth type of walkthrough. Now, I was debating if I should just go ahead and try to figure out how to play the PC version of the game, but I still feel like I'm really at home when I play the Xbox version, even though it is in 4:3 and I have to stretch it.
Confirmed. The basement is clear.
Although we will be doing Chaos Theory's PC version.
I proceed now and destroy all the computers.
Fisher, we need those access codes.
As you can see, this is exactly what you're going to need to do. These guys are a must in order for you to be able to complete this objective. But of course, we're also going to hide the bodies so that we still remain stealthy. The earlier Splinter Cell games have a system where even if nobody comes into this room, the game, before it moves on to the next checkpoint or before it does its next thing, it randomly sweeps to see if there's any bodies that you have taken out that are in direct light. As long as they are not in direct light and they're somewhat hidden, the game will consider that okay.
Great work, Fisher. What do we got, Grim?
Let's see. Mortified Penguin cracked their system directories. Looks like all of his attention was focused on the client databases.
Meaning, he was looking for specific frozen dead men. What do the client databases say?
Nothing from here. It's a separate network. Oh my god.
What?
What?
The mercenaries just remote triggered a bomb timer.
Where is it?
The signal is coming from the boiler room, further down the corridor.
Here you're going to have to be patient. There's no reason to rush up, especially if you're not taking anyone out. We've got another situation like we did in the Kalina Tech mission in the previous Splinter Cell, where we just have to wait until the correct timing before we can move on. This guy will eventually leave. Right now, you can't see him in this lighting, but if you turn on your night vision goggles, he's sitting there waiting at the edge. And you just want to wait until he actually moves. And then once he does move, you're pretty much good to go. As you can see, he is gone now, so we can go ahead and move forward. And then you've got plenty of time to take away the bomb, and you're good to go. And of course, after this, we're going to move on to the second portion of the mission.
You don't have much time. Hurry up.
I almost wanted to do the 007 thing again here, but I was like, I won't waste too much time.
Well done. Now you can access the database. That's one floor up, and your next objective.
They just unfortunately don't make games like they used to, you know. Splinter Cell is such an amazing series, and I love it so much. Alright, so as we continue on here, there's just a few extra rooms that we need to go through. They're very easy to figure out. It won't take you long. As you can see, there's a remote mine there, so just stay away from it. Don't run too fast when you're going by it. Here, everything just relies on you getting over to this point as quickly as possible. And you're just going to wait until the guard is not looking in your direction. Once he is not looking, then go ahead and do the door. You don't have to shoot any lights, or you don't have to create any distractions. I mean, this is a pretty much distraction-free walkthrough. As much as possible. If I do have to throw a bottle or whistle or something, it'll be only because I never found another way to get around it. That's the only reason you're going to hear anything. Otherwise, it's going to be Sam Fisher is a ghost.
I found the guard on the security cameras. I think you were right. Looks like he's behind that big bolt-type door. The label on the monitor says Body Processing Room.
I'm inside the client storage database.
I'm tapped. Taking a look-see. I see at least 8 clients Mortified Penguin pulled up in detail.
Anything in common?
All frozen in the last 6 months, and all cheapskates. They all booked economy.
Where did Mortified Penguin hit next?
Limited storage. It's where Saulnier stows all the ND-133s.
That sounds like your next objective, Fisher. Find us some French brains.
Turn
I
off the
won't
light and
promise
then
anything.
immediately move forward.
Do your best. Details on your OPSAT.
That is one of the distractions you have to do. Otherwise, he will just stare and stay in the same location and he'll never move. So you have to turn that light off. Here, it's pretty easy. Obviously, just get around the camera. Now, you also have a device that allows you to deactivate the camera while you're holding it. That is another option. We'll be using that later on in the game, but we don't need to use it right now, as you can easily get by this camera and the wall mine if you're just smart and you move slow. This room is, again, very easy to do. You're just waiting patiently for the guards to get out of here. So as soon as the guy that you see in the back corner moves to the right and heads into the next room, this guard here will move from his position. And once he moves from his position, the one by the computer, then you will actually be able to go in and get the computer information that you need. So again, it's all about patience. Stealth is a patient type of game. So you just need, or patient type of genre. It's all about patience, guys. I know everybody wants to move quick, and you want to play games that make you move quick, but Splinter Cell has always been a series about waiting for that precise moment to move, and I feel that is the challenge that a lot of people just can't go through. They don't have the patience to wait for it, but unlike them, us, this channel, this community, we love it. We love the patience. We love knowing that we can figure things out. And you'll see that especially in the next mission when we do the train level, as the live stream that we did was so fun to do, to figure out how to get by without creating distractions or other types of means of getting through that section without taking anyone out. Also, as you can see, the codes, they show up as soon as you hit the keypad, so you don't have to go into your menu system.
I've got your French brains, Lambert.
So that's what happened to them.
Mortified, dumped the clients and took the ND-133.
I guess we can assume he's not CIA, if he's willing to murder.
Murder frozen organs. You can't murder the dead.
Semantics. I think we've got a way to ID the Penguin. The security guard everybody's so excited about? His name is Francois Codebuff. Our intercepts suggest he got a lucky picture of Mortified Penguin with his cell phone, was wounded, and locked himself inside body processing.
Processing?
Where they pull the brains out of the skull. Introduce yourself to Mr. Codebuff, and get that phone.
So we got a save point right here, and this next few rooms, I mean, how do I say this? This room's pretty easy. Just follow what I do here. You're going to deactivate the turret. There is one guard in this room to the right. You can't really see him, but he's right there. Just sneak past. Now this next room is, I haven't found a way to get around a guard being disturbed, or should I say down with the sickness. Sorry, I have bad jokes. But you're going to pretty much get up against here, and you're going to go slowly. Now, you can be damaged, and of course, all of my Splinter Cell runs are no damage. So, follow the path that you see me do, as you do not want to get damaged by the steam.
Processing room, and it looks like you were right. Norman said he wounded the guard.
Once you get past a certain point, you're going to have to, if you want to limit the amount of them moving around, move slowly like this. I know it looks really weird, but do the Sam Shuffle. I mean, it's ridiculous, but this is the only way that you can move slow enough, because Sam only has 2 different distinct movements during this. You're still going to get heard. Don't get me wrong. This will not keep you from being heard, as you'll see here, because once you round the corner, even when you're doing this method, you still make too much noise rounding the corner, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do about it. Right there. Do you see that long movement he does just around the corner? But you want to continue to do this, and that is because you don't want the guard to go into the other room, because then it takes forever. So if you just move ever so slightly and do the Sam Shuffle, then you should be able to get by this section without no one seeing you, even though you have to do a little bit of a distraction, and there's nothing and it's not like something that, it's one of those things that just happens that there's no way around. But again, now we're in the final section. Now normally, if there are 2 things that can happen. Either you have to knock out the 3 guards that are going to kill the guy in here, or you kill the guy. So, or you knock out the guy.
Aim at the handle. Stop! It's obviously not working.
We're, however, going to not do either one, and we're going to do a distraction on the 3 guys so that they don't actually kill the guy inside this room, and that way you can get through the level without knocking anyone else out, and no one else messes with him as well.
I'm not here to add to your troubles. Are you badly hurt?
No. I'm living, I think. You are?
I'm from the phone company. There's been a recall.
What?
I'm gonna need to take your telephone.
I'm very confused.
Give me the phone, Francis.
I always thought he looked like the Hitman from, like, Hitman 2.
So that's Mortified Penguin.
The early Hitman 2.
Compliment Mr. Codebuff on his photography.
We got a facial match off CIA databases. Norman Soth, U.S. citizen.
What's that ID code? Does it mean he's an agency asset?
No, it means they don't know.
I'm running him through Echelon. We could have a location on him within the hour.
Great work, everybody. Make yourself scarce, Fisher. Cohen's waiting outside for extraction.
Right.
Again, here, they're going to play a cutscene, and then they'll break through, and then they'll kill the guy. But if you distract them, you stop them from doing all of that. And you can distract by shooting this little valve here, the door handle.
What's that noise?
as you can see, doing that doesn't knock them out, and it also means that they're distracted by that, and you're good to go, move on, and you don't have to worry about them killing the other guy as well. So it's like a win-win. But there you go. There's the mission. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. It's always my pleasure to bring these missions to you guys. And thank you for watching the live streams. Don't forget to hit that join button, as that is how we can continue to do what we love to do on here. So, love you guys. Take care of yourselves. And, of course, I will see you on the next video. Peace out.